Welcome to Nurse Talk with Martha and Tessie. We are making history, we are reforming nursing, and we are elevating our profession to the next level.
On today's episode, we're going to be talking about self care. Now, we know self care can be a bit of a foreign language when it comes to when it comes to nursing, because we know in nursing we're responsible for taking care of others and making sure that others are okay, but
Yes.
we have to make sure that we are okay. And I always think about every time I get on the airplane, I think about the stewardess, and the stewardess always says that in the case of an emergency, you need to place the mask on yourself first, and then if you have a little one or someone else or that needs some help with you, you have to then go and take care of them. And so I liken that to how we as nurses have to make sure that we are well taken care of so that we can continue to take care
Yes.
of
Yes.
others. Now,
Yes.
when I think of examples of self care, I think about doing things that will help you to stay centered, things that will things that you enjoy doing. Like if you are a cook, you can do those things, you cook.
Yes.
If you're a baker, you bake.
Mhm.
Or if you'd like to go take a nice walk or something like
Yes.
that, just think about when you think about that, when you're thinking about what's right for you, think about
Yes.
what you can do for
Yourself.
yourself
Mm.
to take care of you. Now, nobody, when it comes to self-care, no one can do something for you. This is something that you have to do for yourself.
Mm. Mm.
And
Makes sense.
yes, but we know that when we're are walking on every day, we're at those 12-hour shifts, we're running around taking care, doing we when you think about self-care, it's a pretty broad statement, but we
Yes.
have to try to make it as simple as we can. And when I think about that, I think about our breaks, even
Yes.
something as small as a break
Mm-hmm.
or your lunch, making sure you take your lunch break. I know working in the NICU, we have these feeding rooms, and
Yes.
sometimes we have different, you know, quiet places that
Quiet
you can
places.
go.
Mm-hmm.
And when you can go, I would take my lunch break in a place like was far away from everything. I was constantly hearing noises, and I just needed to get somewhere where I didn't hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
No stress,
Mm-hmm. A
a
no
no
stress
stress zone.
environment or
Right.
zone. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think what you're saying that's very necessary. And I think that should be a mandatory um, spot for nurses within the facilities of all hospitals or clinics or wherever, because you do need that time away. You do need that break away. Because I know in my own experience as well, I know I would go, 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 go,
Yes.
go, and realize later on that I didn't take a water break.
Right.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, I may not have went to the restroom
Right. Mm-hmm.
because I know for me that my every move and every part of my patient
Mm-hmm.
and my assignment belonged to me.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
I took that like to it was
Yes.
like
Uh-huh.
don't touch it, and
Right.
it's like territorial in a way,
Mm-hmm.
but I needed to learn how to separate that and know that I could go and take a break. I can go have some water. I can go use the restroom, and everything was still going to be okay.
Right.
So,
Right. Now I can tell you something that I found that
mm,
that really works,
mm,
and that was when I was a traveler and I
mm,
was traveling a lot in
wow.
California,
Okay.
and one of the things that they have to do that is a law in California is that you have to have break nurses.
Wow.
And I think there's some type of legislation that passed. So, what was really nice about it is you would have a nurse that was, or nurses that were assigned to ensure that you get all of your breaks.
Wow.
So, your 15-minute break, that person would come by and get report on your patient, and that person was completely and legally responsible for your patient to take care of your patient while you're gone on your break.
No, that's amazing.
It is amazing. Now, you know,
That should
that's,
be a law for
yeah.
every.
I know, I wish it was because it worked really well because you could really disconnect from
Yes.
everything and take care of
Of
and
the
of yourself.
self.
Uh-huh.
That self.
That's right.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
Exactly.
Wow.
And even in that 30-minute break, that's even better because you can at least go away, go completely away, don't think about anything, and know that when you come back, that your patient is taken care of. So,
I think we should have some separate areas, like just specific, like even outside in a room or two or a section where it's enclosed and only for staff to go.
right,
Not just the chapel, but the chapel is one place in most hospitals and facilities, but having that just that place
right,
to go and disconnect and making it mandatory
right. Uh huh.
that you
Mm-hmm.
do. Yeah, it's written in our job description and all of that for the 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, but we really don't get those breaks like I believe we should.
Right, right,
Like, and I believe it should be mandatory. It's mandatory that we clock in and out for the 30 minutes.
right. Uh huh.
But
Mm-hmm.
what about making sure we do self care
Right,
for ourselves for that period of 12 hours?
right. Exactly.
That's a long time.
Exactly,
Oh, that's
exactly.
good.
And you know, just some couple of things that I find that are working around the country, even in states like California and New York, the nurses are able to actually take their break, even if you're on the night shift. You see, you have the same thing. You still have that person to come in, take care of your baby, and you can, you know, some in some places they have sleep rooms where you can it is you can go and sleep if especially working night shift. You know how hard night
Yes.
shift is.
Yes.
You can go and rest and relax and not worry about getting in trouble, not worry about falling asleep on the
Yes.
job. And there's been a lot of studies especially that are done that if the night shift is and even day shift, but mostly if the night shift nurses are able to go and just lay down and have their rest
Mm.
period, that was enough to recharge, get them to
That's
recharge, and they could come back and finish their shift. And speaking of recharging, that's another thing that we have to do as far as self care is
yes.
concerned, and recharging and
Plug.
unplugging.
Woo. Recharge and unplug.
That's right,
Ooh.
exactly.
Yeah.
And in
Oh.
order to recharge, especially if you've gone like long periods of time working, I'm talking about there's been years that I've gone years and didn't even take a vacation. And all I'm doing is running
Mm.
on
Mm.
just
Fumes.
on fumes. Exactly, exactly.
And I've done that.
Right.
I say I've done that majority of my nursing career is 17 years.
Wow.
And just now we actually took a break, but that was mandatory because our daughter graduated from high school. So
Right.
that was a
Uh-huh.
mandatory, even though it was a small trip to Dallas, it was mandatory. So that was our breakaway and my one breakaway. And then she also did, she was the president of one of the groups at the school as well. So we had to do a Waco trip. And
Right.
that's the most that I've been away into Louisiana, but it was for funerals and things like that. Maybe one festivity of
Mhm.
a family reunion, but it's always been go, 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 work, 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 work. And
Right.
I had to undo and unplug to such a degree
Right.
and learn that it was necessary for not just my family, but for me.
Right.
Me, for sure.
You know, and it doesn't always have to. Now, I know by me being a traveler for so many years,
Hmm.
I just kind of made it a practice that
Hmm.
on my days
True.
off, I am exploring. I need to go see what is going on.
Gotta see
I
something.
want to go to shows and just sightsee, you know, and that's how I distress is being able to go out and see what's going on and completely not even think about
That's
not
good.
think about work at
That's
all.
good.
But it doesn't necessarily have to be something as far as traveling.
Yes.
I have this where we have a mutual friend that one thing she likes to do is she likes to take a bath,
Okay.
get in the bathtub, and her rest and relaxation is on once she gets in that bathtub. That's her place of peace.
Wow.
And that's what I challenge you all to do is find your
Yes.
place of
Of
peace.
peace.
If it's going to the spa, if
Mm.
it's something as simple as getting your nails done, going to work out, just
Mm-hmm.
even the endorphins, everything, just
Mm-hmm.
everything that you need, especially when you are working out, it releases chemicals
Yes.
that help you to relax. It
Yes.
relieves stress and an
Yes.
anxiety and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Go get your toes done.
Mm-hmm.
Just go do something for you. Go to
Mm-hmm.
especially spas, even having a spa day or girls or a guys spa day where you just go and
Mm-hmm.
just relax and just
Unplug.
unplug.
I like that word.
Yeah,
Recharge and unplug.
right,
And knowing when either one is necessary.
right,
Like completely necessary.
right.
And taking advantage of it and following through.
Exactly. Tessie, one thing that I found that works is if you have family over, you come home telling your loved one, I have been running
Mm-hmm.
all day long.
Mm-hmm.
If you can give me 1 hour,
Mm.
just give me 1 hour.
Mm. Mm.
I don't want to answer any questions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Unless it's
I
an
just,
emergency.
right. Can I please get this uniform off
Yes,
and
yes,
just
yes,
get rid
yes,
of the day?
yes.
And you know what? That makes me think about
Mm-hmm.
something too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, After you finish your shift,
Mm-hmm.
you have done your job.
Yes,
Release it, even if
yes,
it's a bad day, even if it's a
yes.
bad day and you've been
Mm-hmm.
stressed to the max.
Yes.
If you can, when you get ready to walk out that door,
Mm-hmm.
leave everything there at,
Yes.
if you can.
You can.
If not, like Tessie, like Tessie and I, that you can call and say, girl,
Yes,
let me
yes,
tell you, I had a rough day, blah,
yes,
blah, 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 blah,
yes,
blah, blah,
yes,
blah.
yes,
And then sometimes, and that's one good thing about, especially friends that work opposite shifts too.
yes, yes,
So they've been at home chilling, and then now it's your turn. Yes. And then
yes.
after you finish, after you're done, you can go to her.
Yep.
And, and we all do that.
Yes,
And
we all do that.
that's fine too. But know that you have done your job. That patient is warm and dry and pink,
Pink.
respirations with ease, and you have done your job. And pat yourself on the
On the
back
back.
because you
Job well
have
done.
done a job that a lot of people wish they could do.
Woo. Yes, they
But
do.
you've been blessed to be a part of something,
Yes,
like that.
yes,
So don't be hard on yourself. Make sure that you take care of yourself.
yes.
Even if it's in town, fine, or if it's out of
Out of
town,
town. Yep.
that's fine. As long as you take care of yourself and do what you need to do to preserve you, because remember, you only have one
One
you,
you.
and you want to be the best.
To you.
Right. To say, have you had found some times where you have children? Have you
Yes.
found some times that you had to like take care of yourself first and kind of just prepare them that okay, this is mama's time?
Yes, I have. I've had to do that a couple of times. Like I picked up some moments in my life where um I would say, okay, mama's gonna go and have her a girl day and go hang out with my friends because I made them my priority at
Mhm.
all costs. It didn't matter.
Mhm.
And then I learned, like, okay, now I have girlfriends that I go meet out with once a month at
Mhm.
least.
Mhm.
And then at one point, when I would drop the kids to school, when they were still going to school, I actually made my exercise, my gym time as my time. And really like honed in on that. And that was good for me. Now, um, my time a lot is I close my door and I have my devotional time in the
Oh, that's
morning.
good. Mhm.
And so they know really to not come in. One thing I can say is my husband actually I don't know where he learned it from at this point, but he made that a very important task for the kids, and made helped them understand that when I did come in from work,
Right.
that if it's not an emergency, or if you're not coming to say, "Hey, mom, happy to see you," whatever, give me a moment. Let me go take my shoes off. Let me go take a shower. Let me just have that time. Even though if it wasn't an hour, it was still mommy's time. She just got home from work. Let her digress. It's not an emergency, and she'll see you in just a little bit. So he did make sure that that was necessary when I would come in from work.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
great
He
because
did.
a lot of people they
Yeah.
don't know
Mm-mm.
to do that, but
No,
that's really good.
that's something he always used to say back in the day. When they, especially when they started to get older, my children are 16 and 19 now. So probably in the past couple of years, that was what he made sure that they knew ahead of time.
Right,
Hmm.
right. Well,
Hmm.
that's great, and I just challenge you all to
Yes.
take on some of the practices that some of the things that we may have talked about. And as a matter of fact, if you all get a chance, if you could drop some of the things that you enjoy doing, just
Yes.
drop it in the chat and
Yes.
just let us know. We'd love to know some of the things because I have I've lived in Colorado and some people love to go skiing
Mm-hmm.
and things
Mm-hmm.
like which I think is great.
Great. Mm-hmm.
Anything, just
Anything.
let us know what you all enjoy doing, and just
Yes.
remember, please, to take care of yourself. You only have
Yes.
one you.
One you. I'll never forget. That's
Right,
what my one of my managers told me. She said, "Tessie, there's only one of you,
right.
and you have to take care of you. Because if you don't take care of you,
Hmm.
nobody else will."
That is so true. That
It
is
is
so
true,
true.
and that's one fact that stuck with me and caused me to grow into the woman that I am now,
Right.
and the nurse.
Well, we want you guys to go out and have fun as well as continue to do the great job that you all are doing.
Yes.
Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe and turn your notification bells on so you can join us. We'd love to see you on the next episode. And remember, we're looking to hear from
From you.
you. We want to know
Yes.
your story.
Yes.
So please hit like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next episode.
Thank you for joining
Bye
us. Bye
bye.
bye.